Hello there, puzzle friends again. We're here today with another video. It's a jigsaw puzzle haul, and as you can see, I don't know if you can realize it's a box that it's of a ridiculous size. I do believe they are somewhat 30 or somewhat like this jigsaw puzzle inside, so we don't have to do much of an intro. Let's get started with it. As you see, I open it with you, so I get the excitement with you. I hope nothing falls apart. So let's see. They do have this packed in a Cobble Hill box. If you don't know Cobble Hill, here I can show you. Cobble Hill is a brand from the USA. So I don't know how many of these boxes are actually in Europe. So, and we have some stuff going on here. Let's start from this one on the side, because they may fall down if you don't start from them. I did buy a Bluebird puzzle. I have to remember what I bought, because with so many puzzles I'm not sure. A Bluebird, as I said, it's called Manuela 1994. I have made a Bluebird puzzle. I have read from some fellow puzzlers but they didn't like them. I actually did really like them. I have made one of them until now. I have somewhat around 5 or 4, and they had this velvet touch, and I did really like this. It's a simple box. It's kind of smaller than the usual boxes. I will try to make reviews about this every brand, and here on the back side you can see many of other images that they do have. I did buy this because I like the woman, the mother probably, with a child on her back, and here on the front he has how I thought it was a child, but now I see it may be a child, it may be something else. So so he has to scare the stuff that are in front of her, but he's still carrying the experiences and all the things that he has already in her life. So a New York puzzle. I do really had this order from another puzzle shop that was out of stock. Then I found it again on this shop. I'm really happy to have this. This is something that I do believe a graphic designer would like. It's a poster from old times or something of sort, or so I think. New York Puzzles. New York Puzzle is also a brand that I do really like to buy. They're also from USA, quite sturdy. Yeah, I don't think there is much more to say about them. And yes, we come to a big one. This is a Dino puzzle. Dino puzzles are from Czech Republic, also in Europe. This is the first one that I buy. That's 3,000 pieces from the brand. I actually do believe it's one of the best brands we have here in Europe in terms of quality, how the pieces fit together, and how sturdy do they feel like when you puzzle them. If you come across them, don't hesitate to buy them. I think you will be very happy with the quality they provide. This one is a very interesting one. It's a Heye. Heye is also a brand from Germany. I would buy with closed eyes, so to say. It's a very good quality. And this one, you see a lot of stuff happening here. It's a 2,000 pieces. And they have a poster to help you because of the lot of stuff happening. It's a British music history, it's called. I don't know if we puzzle it, if we find music groups or that are from Britain or something like this. I can't tell you at first glance something. I see some names. Take that For example, Glastonbury, Heroine Kills, Save Fabric. So I do believe it's very interesting to learn some of the British history through this jigsaw puzzle. Through a jigsaw puzzle. As you may know me, I do really love having educational jigsaw puzzles, and that's actually one of them. It will be some kind of difficult to make it actually, because there is a lot of stuff happening there. This one is somewhat different. It's 500 pieces, so it would be somewhat easy for me. I'm not sure. I don't actually. I didn't remember the picture because this is a part of the picture, so I didn't recognize it. The big picture, the whole picture is this one at the back. I found it somewhat interesting, somewhat different, and this is something that I can do if I have a friend from a child, a visit from a child or something like this. I don't know if you will find the picture interesting or so. The brand Djeco, they mostly do not do very big jigsaw puzzles, although I have actually ordered another one yet, but it's not in this batch. Yes, I have another batch ordered. And I was really enjoying the quality. It's somewhat glossy, sturdy. This one! It's funny actually how I'm excited about every puzzle that I see on the batch. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I'm wacko about puzzles. So this one, I found the picture very interesting, and I was not sure what actually it is. I did think it's somewhat of in the microcosm scale. I'm not sure if it's actually in the microcosm scale, but it's somewhat in the sea. Also species, so to say, that live in the sea, and it was from that inspired, or maybe from there actually depicted. That I cannot tell. I do believe they are depicted. Also these organisms do exist in real life, and I found it very interesting because I read about Ernst Haeckel, also the artist that did this, and it was a biologist that lived in the 1900s, and I found it very interesting that he was a biologist, but he could do so many detailed painting or depicting, as I said. The difference between painting and depicting is that you do something that's already there, that's already exists, and you try to do it on a picture, and the other one is that you do something from imagination. So this one I also liked, the New Jigsaw Puzzle commonly. It's there are many fruits here, the grapes, which are the favorites of my dad's, some figs here, some dates from palms, some cactus fruits, some pears, yes, some cherries. I do believe that will be very interesting and very nutritious also. So let's carry on, because we do have still a lot to cover, and I don't want this video to take very, very long. I did buy a puzzle of a Christmas cat. I don't actually have puzzles of cats. I do believe I have only one of them. It's not that I don't like cats, but I just didn't have them in jigsaw puzzles. Now I have one of them. Otter House, I did love the box. I have also bought one with birds. I haven't done it yet. As you see, I have many to do. So some of them have to wait some time. The box is very nice. It's so glossy, so to say. It's somewhat smaller than the other ones, which I find it's practical, should I say, because I do love to keep the boxes, and then when they are ready and there are not the pieces inside, I do put one box inside another box. But that's me. This one is also a very interesting one. Every jigsaw puzzle for me has a specific, so to say, meaning. It has to have a reason that I should buy it. This one, I saw it on Instagram, where I have an account about the jigsaw puzzles. You can feel free to follow me, Puzzle Waco, there. And someone had this puzzle, and they do take images that were close up on them, on these clouds. And the colors there were magnificent. They were amazing. So I found it and I bought it. So simple as that. So let's carry on. This one is a very interesting one. Everyone is an interesting one. I'm not very familiar with Turkish culture, so to say. This is the Turkish script. There are some things written on it. I have to read them to see what they actually are. I will probably say the name wrong, so I won't try to say it. But it's somewhat of a saint, so to say, from the Turkish history. And I do really like that they do make the dancer here. And they made the dancer with Arabic letters, the Arabic writing. I did ask a friend who knows Arabic. He's actually of Syria, and he said this type of writing is an old type of Arabic writing. It's the type they used in Quran or something like this. Then I did ask somebody from the Turkey, and they said yes, this saint is not actually mentioned in Quran, but in the old times they used to speak also both languages or something like this. Anyway, I did find it very interesting artistically and historically, so I did buy it. This one I was kind of not sure if I should buy it. It actually turned out so that I did buy it. It's an art puzzle. I do have made an art puzzle in 500 pieces. I was not that excited from the quality, but we can give them another try. I really like the picture. It's something like I wouldn't say a Bob Ross picture, but it's something like this, a landscape picture. I like the deer that's here, the lake, and I do like something, a house. It's a house where you can relax and do jigsaw puzzles. So we carry on. This one is also very interesting. As I do say every time the same expression. This is from Heye. I already told you about Heye, which is actually called Heye. It's a Germany brand. I have heard many people say it Heye, but it's called Heye. I asked people from Germany how do they pronounce it, and since it's a German brand, it's probably Heye. So this is very interesting. It's a movie posters. There is a series from this. They also have one from Steven Spielberg, which I did not find. I may look it up again sometime, but because I like the movies of Spielberg. This one is from Tim Burton. Here's you can see Batman. Here's from Nightmare Before Christmas, which I also have a jigsaw puzzle only from Nightmare Before Christmas on my wall. This is, I'm not sure how it's called in English, the horseman that didn't have a head, and many others. I'm not quite familiar with the film works of Tim Burton. I may have to find some music that reminds of the Danny Elfman style, which actually the composer that was most of the times working with Tim Burton. Here is a Eurographics one. They do have this shape, so it may be a ribbon cup. I mentioned this because there were some commenting that they like the ribbon cut better, but they defined only random cuts from Eurographics. It's a brand that they have both of them. They are, I do believe they're designed in Canada and made in USA or something like this. They are acceptable quality, they're good quality, so you can try them. I am a very big fan of buildings that are round and lighthouses with the lights and stuff like this. So this is a collection of them. It's not a collection that I'm very keen of, but I do really like some that they have this graphic design from the 70s or the 60s or maybe older or something like this. So I did also put this on my shopping cart. Here we have another Dino. This I found also very interesting, as you may know, as you learn now. I'm a really big fan of plants, and this one I think it was called oranges or something like this. Well, either way, you can always see the titles. I put them on the time lapse, on timestamps under the video. They do have some oranges actually here. Here some apricots. So it's apricots again, and here are the flowers. I do believe they have some butterflies, some bugs. So I did find this very interesting jigsaw puzzle to have in my collection. And actually, if you find the orange trees, the citrus trees actually, they do have a lovely smell, and it kind of reminded me of my childhood, because they would smell in the night, and it was very unpleasant smell. So this one is a shaped one. It's from Sunsout. Sunsout is also an American brand, as you can. This one is a random cut. 2010. So I bought this 10 years later. It's a special shape, as it says. I did buy this one. I like the picture. I may do it. This actually, it's a Christmassy or a wintry picture. Because I also already have a jigsaw puzzle that's this exact shape, and the theme from it was autumn. Now I have a winter one too. So I have two ones from the collection. Nice one also. So let's the pile, as you may see, it's starting to be getting big. It may be so big that it will catch up to the ceiling where we have the camera standing. This one is also Sunsout jigsaw puzzle, Sister of the Sun. I didn't know the name. I found the artwork somewhat interesting. It's something different from what I most of the time have. Here it says also the name of the artist, Keith Mallett. What I find weird, should I say, about the jigsaw puzzles from Sunsout is this shape of the box that they have. They are too much different from the other ones. It's not something that should bother you when you buy it, but when you have to staple them, or when you have to put them on the side or organize them, it's something that you have to think about when you have so many as I have. This one I did buy. I really like trains. I have made some jigsaw puzzles with trains, and I really liked, I don't know if you can see it on the video, I really like that you can see the canvas, so to say, that this is a painting made with a brush and stuff like this. What I like about the jigsaw puzzles, I do like that I did buy this one. I like the image of it in general, but when I now have it in front of me, I can see some details, such as the dog and the child here, which I didn't see when I bought the puzzles. And it's much more interesting when I actually do the puzzles, because there I find more details. So we have one more, so let's carry on. We are around the 20-minute stamp. This one, as you can see, I bought some Sunsout puzzles. This one I found it interesting. It's also it's a 5,000 pieces. I thought it was 1,000 pieces. Either way, I buy the puzzles mostly because of the picture and not most because of the number of the pieces. I did find it interesting. It's from the Yosemite Park, which is a park in USA that I have to visit sometime in the future. And I really like that the artwork, it reminds me of the adventure games such as Monkey Island or Broken Sword, or also adventure, click and point adventure games from the 90s. So it does remind me of, also it does remind me of my childhood. As you can see, sometimes there is something from our personal life in a jigsaw puzzle that we buy or that we choose. Is that also for you truth, or is it not? This one I was hesitating which one to buy. There were two that were very similar, and I ended up buying this one because I really liked the flowers, how the flowers were looking here. Also these yellow flowers, and I did really like the lady, so they say, who was sitting there. So I did buy some Sunsout ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sunsout. Not bad. And this one is much more colorful, many colors, many things passing on. I'm sure that some would say that's too much for me in a jigsaw puzzle, and it's true, it's too much in a jigsaw puzzle. But then again, as a child, I liked playing these Mahjongg games on the computer and stuff like this, and I do find it an interesting addition to collection. And this one is the jigsaw puzzle that I was saying earlier, that it's very interesting when you puzzle it, that you will find details that you were actually did not know that they were there. So, and we go to the last batch. Yes, there is an end coming to this. We have 3 more. This is also from Heye. It's from a new series they have. I do believe it's from this year, 2021. This one is called Inner Mystic. And I do like the mystery of it. It's so dark, it's so gothic, and I don't know how to explain it. But I do believe you get the idea. I hope it's not glaring too much because of the plastic that it's wrapped into. So let's put this here. This one. This one, I don't know if which direction actually. This one is this way or this way. I'm not sure. I do believe it's this way. This one is an art from Kandinsky. I do have a friend that I sometimes speak with him about jigsaw puzzles. He does a jigsaw puzzle now and then, but he's not like me. I am crazy, I do admit it, about jigsaw puzzles. And he said he only does artwork puzzles. I don't know if you would buy something like this because it's a different type of artwork. It's a matter of taste, actually. It's not the jigsaw, the painting that I would buy, I'd say, or that I would put on my wall. But I do believe it would be very interesting to puzzle such a picture. I don't know. What do you think? You think it's a logical argument, or would you not buy something like this? Then we have this one I did buy it because I found the theme interesting. Well, it's probably somewhat violent because it depicts a battle, the Battle of Grunwald. But as I said in the past, I really like to travel or to learn through my jigsaw puzzles, and this may bring me closer to the history of this battle and why did this battle happen and what was the consequences about the results. a Castorland, a brand from Poland. 6,000 pieces, so it's not that of a batch that 6,000 pieces, because I do expect this to be difficult. Having that said, about battles, I do have a jigsaw puzzle that's the Intervention of Savine Woman, it's called, from a very famous von David, Jacques-Louis David. It's one of the best images that I have done. This also I did like. It's somewhat like a postcard from the old times. And I do like that they put these sailboats here, which actually, if I'm not mistaken, are the inspiration also for the Sydney Opera House. Sydney Opera House. A very famous building in Sydney. Have never been to Sydney. I've never been to Australia. I hope I do have the chance someday later to go on. And now we have the last one. The last one is somewhat different than I expected. It's also from New York Puzzle Company. And what do I say somewhat different? I did think this was a 2,000 pieces. But then again, it is not, as I can see. Still, I did like this. That's the collage of the images from Harry Potter. I'm not that up to date, so to say, about Harry Potter. So there would be a lot of stuff happening here that I do not know them. I have a friend that's very interesting in Harry Potter, and he will probably tell me all about them. That were the puzzles for today. We did manage to do this in less than in less than 30 minutes. I do believe I do have a lot. If I'm not mistaken, they're somewhat around 30. I do believe they were 29 or something like this. I will write on the description the time-lapse that you can always see again if you want a specific jigsaw puzzle. That was it from me today. They did arrive quite high, so I do believe if I put all of them in one way, they would reach up to the camera. That's it from me for today. Then many thanks for watching. Happy puzzling, stay safe, have a nice holiday, which is coming next, and until next time, goodbye.